Hello, welcome to another executive communication video. My name is Dr. Mike Godmanson. This video looks at the infographic assignment that is a required part of the class. So infographics are very helpful in getting people to understand specific pieces of information. So your assignment here is to create one infographic using the following specifications. Make sure you have a title. Make sure you include 8 to 10 statistics or knowledge points that you need to get across, and include 2 to 4 images. Now, the easiest thing to do here is to go and steal one that's related to your topic, but we want to do that. You want to create your own infographic, so it's going to take some time to figure out, the right process for that, the right program to use. Most people just build it in PowerPoint. That's fine. Please make sure your infographic is related to your topic, and take a look at your history, your trends, your next steps. Whatever you're trying to convey to the audience, make sure that you have an infographic that is related to one specific area of your final report and your topic. So you're going to have a title, 8 to 10 stats or knowledge points, and 2 to 4 images. You're going to submit it as a PowerPoint slide or PDF if you created an image. And you don't have to use PowerPoint. Most people will, but you can use other programs as well. If you create an image for your infographic, please save that as a PDF, and you're going to upload that. Then you're only doing one of these, okay? So some tips here. Well, identify the audience for your infographic. You might even include that somewhere in the title or subtitle if need be. Collect your content and relevant data. What I suggest you do is put everything together on like a one sheet of paper, all the stats and the content and relevant data, and then use that sort of as your springboard upon which you can create your infographic. Remember, you're telling a story here, so you'd help yourself if you put everything together on one sheet of paper and then write a story based on that data, and just use the one page and organize the data to tell an important story. Now remember, your infographic isn't going to be related to or try to summarize your entire final report. Your infographic is going to be related to one specific area or topic within your final report. So you're creating a customized infographic that's going to help you tell a story about one specific area of your final report. And you would want to include your sources at the footer or the bottom of the infographic. So if you're probably using 2 or 3 sources for your infographic, just put those out in small print at the bottom of the infographic. You don't need to put your name on the infographic because you're submitting it, and that's fine. But please do put the sources at the bottom of the infographic. And I can't stress this enough. I want to just belabor this point for a moment. Once you figure out the audience, get your relevant information together, and ask yourself, okay, I'm an executive communicator. What story do I want my infographic to tell? If you have a sense of what story you want to tell to the audience, then you'll know what data points to use. Now, conversely, you could always put a bunch of bullet data points together on a piece of paper and figure out if they're telling a story. Some people want to do it that way. That's fine too. But do not start to create your infographic unless you have a one-page, I call it like a sort of 2-minute summary because it takes 2 minutes to read a page of typed text. Make sure you have one page where all your content and relevant data is together. It's organized, and you know exactly what story you want to tell. If you do not do this, your infographic is just going to be a bunch of jumbled data points together, and you're going to fail that assignment. And you don't want to do that. You want to have a clear, concise, and compelling infographic that tells a story. So please make sure you put all your content and relevant data together on one sheet of paper, and then write a story, then create your infographic. So here's an example of an infographic. Title, 7 Emerging Trends for Finance Professionals in All Industries. Well, there you go. Right there, you've got the intended audience, right? And it says 7 emerging trends, and look at that. Lo and behold, there are 7 emerging trends on the infographic. Please don't put 7 emerging trends as your topic and then have only 5 trends, or 8 trends. That's just a poorly constructed infographic. And you can see here that there's about a sentence of material for each data point. We have several smaller graphics and 2 key graphics. You don't need to be a creative designer for these. You can make a very simple infographic, but make sure it is clear, concise, and compelling, and that it has a story. So this example would be an excellent demonstration of someone that grasped the material for their final report and presented a clear, concise, and compelling infographic. It can be as simple as this. It does not have to be complicated, but it does need to be clear, concise, and compelling so that your story that you're telling the audience is without question understood by anyone that looks at your infographic. As always, if you have any questions, please get a hold of me. Best of luck on creating your infographics assignment for this class.